Yo, there's something I've been seeing for the past couple of months, going on like a year, about these young teenagers talking about why I'll never work a 9 to 5. I'd rather die than work a 9 to 5. And I completely get it though. Nobody wants to be in the same place, office job, just working for 8 hours, come back, get like an hour at a game, you gotta eat, sleep immediately, repeat the whole process for the next 20, 30, 40 years of your life. But that's where they kind of get it wrong. There's something you're doing incorrectly if you're still in the same place for 30, 40 years. You should honestly kind of like slap yourself in the face, especially if you're like ambitious and stuff and you're in the same place. Oh wow, I have an extra $200 I'm getting minimum per month, but yet I use that to spend on weed, or I use it to spend on alcohol. I need my drinks. That's your problem there. That's why you're still in the same place 5 years later when you said you would get out years ago. It's funny because people trash 9 to 5s but then get a 9 to 5 in a couple of years anyway because they need the instant money. The thing with 9 to 5s is that it gives you easier access to just money, pretty much quick money in a way that you won't have to like dedicate years of your freaking life to build up like $2,000, $3,000 a month, because nobody really wants to do the long way. Nobody wants to do the long way. A bunch of people don't really have the freaking resources to do the long way, so they need to have starting resources to do so. And that's why a 9 to 5 is a pretty good way of doing that. Let's say you do have that extra $200 and you don't spend it on freaking booze, marijuana, hookers, and rubmaps.ch. You could really use that to, let's say for me, for example, I could actually buy a camera or a microphone to better improve the quality of my videos, therefore exponentially increasing the value that I could actually provide and also getting me potentially a source of income. Everybody says living paycheck to paycheck when they're not really living paycheck to paycheck. You always, or 80% of the time, you have around a couple $100. Some even have 1,000, but yet they say, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. You do have extra money, but it's the fact that you're spending it on extremely stupid stuff that goes away in a flash. That's why you're in this position today. We all are born in a variety of different scenarios, different situations. Some of us might be living in a third world country. Some of us might be in a first world country. Some of us might be in a first world country, but in a bad area, bad environment, bad neighborhood. It is what you do with that environment that really determines who you are. But there are certain scenarios that do make the quote-unquote entrepreneurial journey a bit easier. Let's say you have access to certain technology that allows you to create forms of content, manufacture things online, of course. That's going to be a good step ahead of those, let's say, they don't have a freaking device or anything. Like for example, I'm grateful to have this below quality Motorola phone to even just record videos and have like a decent quality working microphone so that people can hear me. 9 to 5 is a reliable way to just break out of that low position you start at, to just have a better position, even in like a slight way. Even that couple $100 that you save after the end of the month that could go a long way. Let's say you need to take off the weekend, right? You can take off 2 days back to back. You can do so many things in those 2 days. Dude, in the hypothetical best case scenario, I could probably crank out like 15 videos a day or do like 3 extremely high quality videos in 2 days. That's just the power of having that extra amount of money saved away so you can, when needed, invest it back into something that's important to you. I feel like the 9 to 5, quote unquote 9 to 5 trap that a bunch of people are quote unquote stuck in are because of 2 specific reasons. Number 1, if you do want to get out of the quote unquote 9 to 5 trap, you're most likely unambitious de-disciplined, you really don't have much that you decide to actually strive for, so you're going to be stuck in the same position. And that is considered an actual trap. Second isn't really a trap. It's more so that most people are really satisfied where they're at, and there's nothing wrong with that. Most people just provide for their families and they're happy. That's how it's been for years. Just now that everybody wants to be a freaking millionaire and stuff, everybody wants to be like, oh, I'm the best, and not even like just think about what really matters to you. When this is all gone, this is all snapped away, when you're on your deathbed, what will you think about? You're not gonna think about that, those racks that you had. Bro, I'm stacking racks. Money hungry, baby, yeah. Where the frick is that money when you go? When you pass on? What's gonna happen to that? Ask yourself this, what am I really fighting for? In the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years, what will be on my mind? I doubt it's gonna be anything trivial, anything frivolous, anything pretty much materialistic. The only purpose of materialistic value is pretty much to get you to a point where you don't care about materialistic value. That's all it really is. Once you have everything you want, you're not gonna really want anything else. You're gonna want the things that you probably never once had. And that's gonna be on like an emotional level, mental level. Nothing physical. Nothing physical besides health. Health is very important. Let me just emphasize that health is very important. So if you're gonna work a 9 to 5, do so with a purpose. Have a reason why you're working that 9 to 5. It may be to get to a certain place where you want to get in the future. It may be to promote from your current position to a higher position. It may be just to get the experience, the values, and the actual determination of pushing forward beyond your current position. You will soon find that your intrinsic purpose is valued above all else. Now back to making nut videos.